So Elon Musk Tesla is absolutely getting destroyed in Europe. That's the subject of today's video. And check out this headline, guys. Tesla starts 2025 with sharp drop in sales in Europe. And you're talking about down 45%. And I'm sure you guys know Elon Musk is getting involved with all kinds of countries, be it France, be it Germany, be it the UK, pissing off as many people as he possibly can. And this is what's going to happen, right? People are going to have backlash against you and they're not going to buy your products. I showed you guys this before. Goes to 0 to 1939 in 3 seconds. That is the Tesla Swastika. I always laugh when I see this thing. But moreover, when you see the sales that are down big, again, Tesla sales fall 45% in Europe. And get this, other car companies are doing okay. So it says here, car maker lagged as EV sales jumped 37% industry-wide last month, right? So other car companies are doing okay. Tesla sales are really, really hurting. Again, this is all on Elon Musk and his thing. If you're driving around the neighborhood, you may see a protest coming near you. Check this out. So I just saw this today. I thought this was absolutely insane. And this is happening all over. And again, more and more people are rejecting Elon and Tesla. Watch again. You got to see it again. And so for those of you out there that say, oh, Chris, you're so dumb. Elon's a billionaire. He's so awesome. He could never go bankrupt. Well, we're going to find out. We are going to find out. If you don't know, Elon's net worth is largely based on the price of Tesla stock, and stock can crash in a real hurry. For those of you who see the markets, man, it can just collapse. And basically, if you don't know, he borrows money based on his stock. Yes, Elon Musk is on borrowed money, essentially. What he does, he doesn't take any salary from Tesla to avoid taxes, borrows money based on his stock. He actually can't borrow that much money because those two reasons. One is his contract at Tesla limits the amount that he can use his stock as collateral. And also much of his stock is locked up in the courts because the court so far in Delaware said, hey, your pay package is illegal. You cheated investors. He's trying to get that unlocked. We'll see what happens with that. But essentially as well, it's like even if he needed cash in a pinch, he couldn't just dump it all in one day because it would absolutely collapse. He would have to do it in segments over time. And so this is sort of where you come into play. Just tell your friends, don't buy a Tesla. If you work at Tesla, quit. Same with SpaceX, these kind of stuff. You just got to get out now. There's no way you can stick with this guy. You'll check out this headline here. Fears it must, don't buy a Tesla. And I'll show you guys the stock. It's actually been going down. This is the past month, down 16%. From the high, down 31%. And that is from December 17, 2024, which was the peak. Now we're not February 24, 2025, and we'll see how far more of this can go. But if sales absolutely collapse to zero, I mean, of course the stock's going to go down. On top of that, you can look at some recent approval ratings for Musk. So this one, I think this is the UK, I believe. It says Brits. Yeah, Brits increasingly view Musk unfavorably. So his unfavorable numbers in the UK is like approaching 70%. I mean, you can see it right there. Favorable is like around 20%. Don't know. It's actually quite small. So pretty much everyone knows if they like Musk or not. You can see right there in the numbers. That is in Britain. If you look at Germany, it's kind of the same kind of stuff. The favorables for Musk around 20%, something like that. The unfavorables, people don't like him, around 80%. And this is, he's a consumer-driven brand, be it Tesla, be it Twitter, etc. And if people quit using his products, if people quit working for him, it'll collapse. That's what we're watching here. There's another sign here. Boycott Tesla. Giving Elon your dollars is voting to turn the U.S. into a banana republic ruled by oligarchs. Or you can see these signs like this. Don't test drive fascism. And I always show you guys this stuff to know that you're not alone. You're not crazy, because sometimes you feel like, has the world gone mad? Is everyone, worshiping money? Is everyone worshiping Musk? No, they're not. In fact, as I just showed you, in Europe, sales are collapsing 45%, which is massive. And so, the question is going to be, how can he save his company? And I've been tracking this Tesla story for a long time. If you guys don't follow my channel, you'll know this. And essentially, Musk stinks. And essentially, what Elon Musk is trying to do, because a lot of his good people have already left Tesla, he's got really nothing in the works except a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And so he's trying to convince everyone, hey guys, Tesla's going to transition from car company because, basically no one's buying our cars. Our competition is going to beat us. And, I can't design stuff myself. And the thing that, to be fair to Elon, the thing that he did design heavily was the Cybertruck, which is absolutely a stinker, right? It completely failed for them. And he's got nothing else really else in the works, except he's going to be promising, guys, we're going to have these robot taxis and actual humanoid robots, saying, hey, you're going to have a $30 trillion company. It's all smoke and mirrors, right? When you start struggling with Elon has done, throughout his career, you just make a bunch of fake promises, right? And essentially, he's going to get called out on this stuff as sales collapse and these fake promises fail to deliver. On top of that, this was actually kind of a funny one. When the Cybertrucks first came out, they had a lot of panel gap issues. So basically, they were just poorly constructed. And actually, these things, because I think they're using steel, that they're hard to shape the metal into body pieces, right? And essentially, there's been people who've been taking it back to Tesla saying, hey, my car makes a bunch of weird noises, etc. And the only thing that they've advised is just put some duct tape on it. That was the advice from the Tesla, mechanic to the owners. What the heck? Obviously that pisses people off. And, part of sort of Elon Musk's plan to save himself is to get subsidized by the government. So this was actually an interesting one. And I just keep you guys abreast of what's going on with the Tesla thing. It's actually always interesting to follow this stuff. There was a rumor out before because it appeared in documents that under Trump, they were going to buy 400, I think it was a million. Yeah, 400 million of, it was Tesla armored cars. Because I remember when this hit. And then when that leaked, the government then changed it to just armored cars, took out the word Tesla. And then they tried to pretend they weren't going to do it. NPR actually found a document that sort of revealed that it looks like that they're going to try to sneak that through. But that's essentially how Elon's going to try to save himself by living off, essentially your tax dollars, right? But again, if you hit him where it hurts, just stop buying his cars. Or if you're a company, if you have influence at your company, stop advertising on Twitter. He'll absolutely collapse. Musk is aware of this stuff, right? Because we're just talking about Tesla, but remember, he's pissing off a lot of people with the DOGE thing where he wants all of these government workers to be fired, etc. He's done this before at Twitter. He's done this before at Tesla. He hates workers. He wants to fire people if they don't kiss the ring. He wants you to work overtime, weekends, holidays, all that kind of stuff. This is Elon Musk tweeting out. This is what he tweets out. Largest, most entrenched bureaucracy on earth, right? He's implying that, I guess, the email that he sent out is the Achilles heel. He wants to sort of convince his fans that if you don't reply to his email, even though your departments tell you not to reply, right? We talked about this before several times on the channel. He's thinking that you are a bad worker, etc. And he knows how people are responding to him. This is what's interesting. Think of the amount of stress that he has. Let's remember, guys, when I showed you he was on stage wearing sunglasses and it looked like he was on something, right? And basically he was also talking about his bodyguards to protect him, worried that people are going to kill him, this kind of stuff. So I want you to show you, this is the stuff he retweets. So he knows that people don't like him. He definitely knows. And so just keep the pressure on, right? So for example, Jason Dibble, that's one of the people he interacts with he interacts with the same type of accounts. Some federal employees don't have access to email on weekends. Elon is not their boss. It's just plain wrong. It's random. It's abusive. He sees this stuff. He knows he's doing shady stuff. People are calling him out on it. And so I don't want you to think he doesn't know. He knows, but he keeps going on with it. That's why it's so crazy. On top of that, this was an interesting one. Say people who are Border Patrol agents, which should be, part of the Musk and Trump agenda. They're even pissing those people off because these people, they're out in the field, right? They don't have time to answer email, right? These kind of things. And then Musk is give me your 5 things that you did last week, unless I'm going to fire you, right? And these people are I thought it was spam. This is unreasonable. Again, I'm doing my job. What do you expect? On top of that, look at this. And I'm just showing you guys what Elon Musk tweets out because I want you to see that he is actually aware of what he's doing, but he doesn't care about you. On target, right? So Wall Street Mav says, let's say this is a simple way to maybe Democrats will understand. Elon is not coming for your cash. He's exposing those who are mismanaging your cash. And then Elon says, and they want to kill me for doing so. And that's how you know it's a big deal, right? So he knows people don't like him. I mean, he literally tweeted out, this is just 2 hours ago. He actually tweets out 100 or so times a day. I can't even show you all of them because it's just frankly too many. I just show you a few. This is 3 hours ago exactly. And then I don't know this account, Vigilant Fox. Elon just revealed the real reason for what you did this week. Email. It's nothing short of brilliant. And again, he knows all the discussion about the whole email thing. He knows that agencies are going against him. He knows that people are mocking him, etc. And on top of that, he's trying to figure out ways to, again, save himself by using corruption, using the government. So in this situation, he just fired, got a bunch of people fired. I think this is the National Highway Safety. Basically, his autopilot thing doesn't work, right? And the idea, and this still won't necessarily help him, is that, hey, I'm going to try to keep my cars on the road, keep them from being banned in USA. But if people stop buying them entirely, he's done. It is just that simple. Just stop buying the stuff and he's done. On top of that, another way that he's trying to save himself, I'm just showing you guys his tactics, what he's trying to do. Now he's trying to get the FAA to buy a whole bunch of his Starlink terminals, some sort of conjunction with Verizon. And again, he's trying to use government money. That's why he got involved in politics, because his businesses are failing. And the only way he can try to bail himself out is by using your tax dollars. But this will get him in conflicts of interest law, issues. And I think the privacy law issues will get him. Conflict of interest stuff will get him. His collapsing sales of his various companies will get him. There's various ways that this guy can collapse in a hurry. The judge is already saying, and this is multiple judges are already ruling against him, saying like, who are you, what's your power, etc. And he's involved with all sorts of agencies, right? You guys know this. This is Elon Musk also says here, they hate even the tiniest amount of accountability, right? Insurrection Barbie, another account he interacts with. Federal workers sue over what did you do last week, right? He's getting sued. He knows that. I just want you to say that people are suing him, people are pushing back. He's aware of it, but think about all this crazy pressure, let alone the baby mama drama that he's got. It is so crazy. And on top of that, right? People are like, man, I hate that I bought my Tesla and they're selling them. Actually, the used car market for these things are collapsing. And, just imagine that you were in a market for a car and you drive by a dealership. I think this one's in Seattle. And there's like all these people out there protesting, and you're kind of in that camp. Like you're in a blue state, you're, say left leaning, you make a decent income. Tesla would be sort of you were the target for this thing, but it's like, I'm just not interested. Because I promise you guys, the red state, pickup driving MAGA people, they're not interested in buying these electric cars. That's just not what they're into. And so who's going to buy Elon Musk cars? That's the question. I'll tell you, I'm here in Korea. The Korean brands are going to dominate. It's not going to be Tesla. Same in Japan. China, he's already losing behind there. And then you see sales in Europe are already collapsing. We just reported today 45%. And if the Americans don't like him, where else can he possibly sell cars? Now, he's going to try to offer his driving thing in China. That was in the news. Actually, this is the price cut thing. Then you got the driving thing in China. So, yeah, they got a bunch of cars in inventory. They got to move off the lot. So they're going to, I don't think they're necessarily take a loss. Well, maybe they will. Who knows? But they got to cut the prices. So the margins are going to take a hit, right? And then on top of that, they're trying to, hey, we're going to, introduce our software thing in China, but their competition there, the big one, and there's many brands in China that sell the cars. BYD though is starting to beat Tesla. I think that's a couple months ago. Took the lead on Tesla, and then they're offering the software for free. So I mean, Elon's out of options, and this is where it gets really interesting. And here's one thing I do agree with Elon. 2 hours ago, Elon writes, "Sigh, probably not wrong." And this is the end of the world. Place your bets. Is it going to be an earthquake, a meteor plague, or human stupidity? And if you follow Elon, yeah, I think that's the path we're going to go. But I think, honestly, people are waking up. That's why I show you all this stuff. And this is real. If you get this crazy email from Elon and you're just like, what the F is this? Your manager or whatever, or you're the head, you're like, I'm not replying to this crap. And then suddenly you get this other strange email that you're fired, right, etc. I mean, that doesn't create positive, views on Elon. And remember, his whole plan, because he doesn't like people, is to basically fire everyone, replace you with robots, and then he makes these crazy promises to his shareholders and all his fanboys. Hey guys, we're all going to be rich because we're going to build lots and lots of robots to replace all these people. But like, what's going to happen to all the people that don't like you now? That's the real question. And already you can see in Europe, they're not buying his cars, down 45%. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.